mental health and products that are helping to maintain your wellness of your mind, because in the end it's your most important asset, your mind, your brain, your feelings, your emotions. And I feel that over the last couple of decades, maybe through all the social media, all that technology, maybe through all the stimulations, through every single day basis, we developed that everyone in our circles, friends, family has at least, one or two cases that heard about depression or not well-being and so on. Now, there is a huge industry behind it, guys, and we will talk about the stock that is actually want to challenge in this industry with their products. And guys, always make sure that this is a paid advertisement for a stock and coverage, therefore there's no a recommendation to buy or sell the stock. Rather, use that as awareness to identify if this is your company that you want to invest in, and make your own research and to make sure to understand your risk and rewards that is possible with this kind of penny stocks, which has sometimes a very big volatility. Let's dive into the link of the description. There you will have a fantastic coverage in an article that describes a couple of reasons that could be maybe for you to research even further if this company is interesting for you. Okay, so we are talking about the Mind Cure Health company with all the ticker symbols that you can find under the link, and there's a couple of points that they're making. So for example, the global pain management drugs market could move towards $85 billion in just the next 5 years. Or the annual migraine pain drugs could potentially reach about $3.51 billion in market. Or also the team. I feel that one of the most important parts when you invest into companies is always the team. And for example, the leader here is Kesley Ramsden, who leads MindCure. She was 2 times the female entrepreneur of the year. If this is something interesting for you, then you should really go into this article that is linked below and dive into it. But let's have a look into the stock of this company and see how they're doing over the last couple of the months and days, and see how is the trend of this company, and further if we can see some upwards or downwards opportunities here in the stock. So let's look into MindCure here. As you can see, we will look into the chart of the last 1 year. But before that, some general information. Headquarters in Vancouver, Canada, founded quite recently. I mean, in 2020, not a very long time before. And you can see here the market cap meanwhile at 53.73 Canadian dollars. Also here the ticker symbol as well. Again, the article in the description and as well in the comment section will guide you to all the information from the article as well as the ticker symbols available for the stock. Yeah, let's talk about the chart real quick. So here you can see that the company was actually founded in 2020, but also entered the markets somewhere in end of last year in September, and started with a price of 33 Canadian dollar cents, which now to the highest point could even go to 90 Canadian dollar cents, which tripled the value. And here you can see again, potentials of penny stocks can either go either direction. And then from the highs on the 11th of December till about just recently, we are now somewhere in the region of 58 Canadian dollar cents. But yeah, quite flat, right? I mean, if you're looking the overall market, then here could be either a potential, obviously, to break out of this pattern, or you need to be patient to have some news about this company. Definitely something to think about. So it's quite new. So there's always, specifically with such small market cap, always an opportunity that this can be seen by many people, and then obviously get more traction. And this kind of volumes that are here in this kind of companies is very low, right? I mean, not many people know about the stock, so bigger volumes that go into the stock can move the stock in either direction quite significantly, and this is obviously important to know. So recent highs and lows for the day, you know, you can see here that the stock can move quite strongly, about 10-11% during the day. So yeah, and the 52 weeks high was already over $1 Canadian, so this is to consider as well. Let's dive into the conclusion of this vlog. In the conclusion of this video, I would like to ensure that you understand, mental illness is real. I mean, you are seeing so many technologies now developed, if it's drug, if it's, apps and everything for your well-being. And, sometimes the whole world can be quite overwhelming, right? And specifically now with all the stress through the health crisis, I think this is a very, very big topic that will just get bigger and bigger over the years. So I think the industry is quite interesting because not only you are attacking a big industry, but also something that is good for people. And when interests of customers and the company are aligned for well-being of your mind, then I think this is something good in general. So with a huge market going further and further, this stock maybe has the potential to go higher, but obviously, this is not a recommendation. I'm not invested into this company. It's important for you to understand, to make your own research, see what you think about the stock, and then decide for yourself and according to your risk profile to invest into this kind of companies. But make sure, guys, that the reward in this kind of penny stocks can be tremendously, and it can be also dramatically. So this is very, very important to understand the volatility into this companies and stocks, specifically in the very early stage. But sometimes it's quite good to be early as well, like we were on Tesla shares or any other shares. So I'm quite interested what you are thinking about this kind of companies. Let me know in the comments below so we can start a conversation. And this is a very, very interesting market, and a very new market as well. I think, if you think back 10, 20 years, then mental illness had not the status in our society that it has now. And therefore, I'm thinking that it's something that is definitely should be on our radar to make things better for humanity.